Records with Ken, episode 10, at it again. Let's begin. All right, LED strips for your vinyl shelving. Looks pretty cool, right? Let me show you how I did it. Let's get into it real quick. So I bought this LED strip from Amazon. It's a Cobb LED strip. The difference between the Cobb LED and the regular ones are these are a little less like spotty. So I feel like it has a little bit of a more premium look to it. Either way is fine. You could use the regular LED. I just went with this one. There was like some Amazon sale for it. So I'll leave a link in the bio if you like the same one. Another thing I needed was these LED strip L connectors. I don't know if the camera can focus on what this looks like. Maybe I can post a photo or somewhere on the video, but I'll leave a link in the bio. These are really important because it'll make it look flush. Rather than bending the LED strips, you can put them in the corner and it just looks a little better presentation. I don't think you need anything else. Maybe some tape, scissors, you know, the essentials for that. So let's get into the back side of this shelving. All right, so looking behind the 3x3 cube here, I have the power adapter, the signal receiver. So this signal receiver works great because it splits into two. I have a 3x3 and a 2x3 shelf. So if I were to disconnect one of the cables, I can move the shelves without any issues. And then it goes into the first cube. There's a little U-shaped thing, right? And then I have it connected with this red and black wire that came with the LED strip package, and it came with one and it worked fine. So I purchased a separate like red and black cable connectors that I can use, and unfortunately that didn't work. I just went with L connectors. They're not the best looking, but it does work. So this is essentially how I put the LEDs going that way, and then the L connector that way, right? Connecting the strip and then going down. Pretty self-explanatory. Make sure the polarity is correct, minus to minus. I fucked up before, so just be careful. Some of the strips were a little longer than some. I don't know why. So you could tell there was a little bit of a squeeze here, but then some of them worked fine. So with these L connectors, there's no adhesive on there. So what I tried to do first was use a glue dot, and it would hold for a little bit, but then eventually it would come off. I recommend using some super glue here. Any super glue will do. And you just kind of dap a little bit on the top and then just hold it for a second, and then you're golden. So this is how I connected the cubes. So after you finish the U-shaped connection, you would just connect it with an L-shaped connector this way, and then have an LED strip here, and then another L connector facing down, and then you would start the second cube. So just discussing about the 3x3 cube, once you're done with one row, right, what you do is you would do essentially the same L connector going outwards, and then you would do an L cube going facing upwards, going up, and then covering it if you'd like. I just didn't want a hot spot here. So, and then an L here, and then L here, and then start the next upper cube. So essentially that was it. I know I had a 2x5 and my record collection kept growing, so I wanted to just get a 3x5, and while things were, you know, being moved around, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the LED strips and gonna do it.
No, we'll do it live! Fuck it!
I did it. I think it turned out pretty good. This is kind of a remote for it. There's like other settings. This is a dimmable one, but I'd like to mention about this dimmable function. There was an issue with mine a little bit because the dimmable function gave me like this EMI kind of high pitch sound when I turn it down from 100%. You can't hear it now, but I'll take a video of what it sounds like. Here's the LED on at 100%, but once I turn it down just one notch, you can hear EMI the preamp or the stylus actually catches that sound and amplifies it, and it's just not a good time. So I would recommend, you don't need to get an LED strip with a dimmable function. Just get an LED strip. Even those color ones look really cool. So maybe that's I guess a tip or something that might be a cooler version than this. All in all, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it influenced you to put LED strips in your vinyl shelf, or inspired you not to, because it's going to take a while to do it. But regardless, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my Instagram, Records with Ken. I don't know, one of the sides, I'll put it there. I usually post photos of my records, videos, and stories. Yeah, check it out. I hope to see you in episode 11.